In today's video, we'll talk about origin of IT sector. Firstly, we need to understand what IT sector is all about. Information technology, namely known as IT industry, is one of the fastest growing industries in India. Information technology in India is an industry consisting of two major components, IT services and business process outsourcing. The sector has increased its contribution to India's GDP from 1.2% in 1998 to 7.7% in 2017. It refers to anything related to computing technology such as networking, hardware, software, the internet, or the people that work with these technologies. Many companies now have IT departments for managing the computers, networks, and other technical areas of the businesses. IT jobs include computer programming, network administration, computer engineering, web development, technical support, and many other related occupations. Since we live in the information age, information technology has become a part of our everyday lives. It is involved with the improvement in a vast area of human and organizational problem-solving needs through the design, development, and use of technology. The computer-based system improves the capability and utility of the information in a wide range of strategic, tactical, and operational areas. This particular process is done through careful analysis to the needs of human beings. There were three phases when IT sector took a complete turn. The first phase took place in the year 1970 to 1980. The origin of IT industry in India started way back in the year 74. When a mainframe manufacturer, Burroughs, asked an Indian company, Tata Consultancy Services, to send software programmers for installing system software for a US client. The IT industry in India began its journey in an unfriendly atmosphere. There was no Indian market and government policy towards private companies of the IT sector. Highly skilled Indians started taking up jobs overseas. The first software export zone, CEBZ, was set up in Mumbai in the year 1973. The visionary Sri Jawaharlal Nehru's policy enabled the economically struggling India to build large scientific personnel second in numbers only to that of United States of America and the Soviet Union. The second phase took place in between the year 1980 to 1990. The microchip revolution of the 80s had influenced both Srimati Indira Gandhi and her successor Sri Rajiv Gandhi that electronics and telecommunication were vital to our country's growth, development, and prosperity. The Government of India policy towards IT sector took a complete new turn when Sri Rajiv Gandhi became Prime Minister in the year 1984. Rajiv Gandhi's new computer policy, mainly known as NCP 1984, was introduced. The policies included that the software industry was given a status of an industry, thereby making it possible for investment and thereby entitled for incentives as other domestic industries. He also reduced import tariffs, giving local organizations latest technologies to compete globally and to capture a share of global software exports. The IT industry was freed from license, permit, Raj, permission for foreign companies to set up wholly owned export dedicated units and a scheme to set up a series of software parks that would offer infrastructure at less than market cost. During 1986 to 87, the Indian government worked upon the formation of three wide area computer networking scheme. Indonet, intended to serve the IBM 5 mainframes in India, NICNET, the Network for India's National Informatics Center, and the Academic Research Oriented Education and Research Network. The Phase 3 took place in the year 1990. In 1991, the Department of Electronics formed a corporation called Software Technology Parks of India, known as STPI, that being owned by the government could provide VSAT communications without moving away from its monopoly. STPI set up software technology parks in different cities, each of which provided satellite links to be used by companies. In year 1993, the government started to allow individual firms their own dedicated links, which allowed work done in India to be transmitted abroad directly. The share of IT industry software exports raised from 1% of the total exports in 90 to 38% of the total export in 2011. IT-enabled services include back-office operations, remote maintenance, accounting, public call centers, medical transcriptions, insurance claims, and other bulk processings. And the Bangalore is known as the Silicon Valley of India and contributes around 33% of the Indian IT exports. The IT industry is an employer to both technical and non-technical graduates and has a great potential to create huge foreign exchange inflow for India. India exports softwares and services to approximately 95 countries around the world. Countries get benefits by outsourcing their work to India due to low labor cost. The Indian government for supporting IT companies has provided incentives including tax holiday and competitive duty structures, and also government is trying to decrease the international communication cost. The government is providing infrastructure support to companies with software technology parks. The information technology in India has played a major role in placing India on the international map.
Subscribe now and press the bell icon. Never miss an update.